Okay, move on to mixing. So as for mixing, I'm gonna start with a kick. So then this song has, yes, this dress section and this single hit section. So then I'm going to loop this section. Okay, then let's listen to the kick in solo. Like this. So then I'm going to start with EQ. Then so this is from bass, high bass section. Then it's boosted by 6 dB. So I'm going to turn them down to 0 dB. Okay, then so let's listen to the kick sound again. I think that there is a kind of fizzy sound on high end. Then so I'm going to cut that. Kind of sound. Awesome, around 12 kHz. Then next one is high pass filter, sounds like this. Around 45 Hz, the sound is gonna be really thin, but 35 Hz. This song is not fast, and then so this kick should be really heavy and punchy. So then 35 Hz is really, I think, really heavy and balanced. Awesome. Then so, but it has a really kind of excess mid-range like this. Around 5 dB. So, but so if you, for example, cut around minus 10 dB, I think it really sounds great, but too clicky in this song. So, and also it doesn't have kind of punchy mid-range. So then I'm gonna cut around here. Yeah, around minus 5 dB. And also now it has kind of sound. Yes, this sound, I think it's a little bit annoying for me. Then I'm gonna cut a little. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit clickier, okay, before. After. And smooth. And also, it has kind of sounding low end around here. And yeah, then so I'm going to turn down, then it's gonna be a little bit deep sound. Awesome. And then also around here, yes, so it's a little bit boxy sound. Then I'm gonna cut. Okay, then before, after, before. So now it's really smooth and punchy. Then so I'm gonna go with this EQ curve. Okay, then next up is compressor. As for compressor on kick, I'm gonna go with attack 10 millisecond, release fastest, and ratio 6:1. Then I'm going to turn down this threshold until the gain reduction hits minus 2 dB. So reason why is that, so minus 2 dB is the really well balanced position in kick. For example, if you turn down the threshold, for example, gain reduction minus 6 dB, it's gonna be way clickier than your preference, I guess. So like this, it's 6 to 7 dB gain reduction, too clicky. But so around minus 2 dB, it has a really punchy mid-range and low end, and also it has really kind of rich clicky sound at the same time. Then so I'm gonna go with -2 to 3 dB gain reduction. Then next up is a saturator. Okay. And so reason why I use this saturator is to compensate mid-range, which I cut in EQ stage. So so kind of really contradicted, but so saturator is really interesting plugin because so the mid-range which we are going to add in this plugin and this plugin EQ is not the same for me. So then I want to compensate this mid-range in this saturator. So yeah, and also it's gonna be really kind of bassy and punchy. So around here, okay, then so I'm gonna go with this value. Okay, then so saturator is a really interesting plugin because it's kind of works as a clipper basically. So for example, if you turn up the tape, yeah, it's gonna be clipping, but so at the same time you can turn down the output. So what it does is basically the same as the clippers, but I don't have to use this much. So then I'm gonna go with this one. Over here. Too much? Okay, around here. Okay, great. Then let's move on to the snare direct mic. So then I'm gonna start with a EQ and sounds like this. Yeah, this is copied from a kick drum sound, but it's not bad. However, yeah, there are tons of things to tweak. So first one, low pass filter. So it has a really sizzle sound on high end. Then I'm gonna cut that sound like this, but it doesn't have enough punchy clickiness. So then I'm going to boost around here, but I'm going to change it to high shelf EQ like this. Then so sounds like this. Yeah, 8K Hz by 10 dB. It is really extreme setting, but it does work then, so why not? And also, at the same time, the high end, the sizzle is bringing up again, so then I'm gonna set this low pass filter deeper. Yeah, around 7K Hz. And also, there is kind of paper E sound. Where is that? Yes, here. I'm gonna cut this down. Yeah, okay, great. And also, I'm going to cut excess low end. Awesome. This snare's fundamental frequencies is around here. Yeah, so you want to get it punchy, so I'm going to boost this frequency a little. Around 1 dB. Awesome, but around here, it's kind of boxy sound. Ah, yes. This kong sound. Kong. It's a little bit excess for me, so then I'm going to cut a little. Yeah, now it's way smoother than the actual original sound. Okay, so before, after. Awesome. Okay, then so let's move on to a compressor. So as for compressor, I'm going to set this attack to 30 milliseconds and then release fastest ratio 6:1. Then I'm going to turn down threshold until the gain reduction hits -6 dB. So -2 is not clicky enough and 4 is not clicky enough. And also for example, minus 12 is kind of too clicky. So then I think minus 6 is always best kind of gain reduction to a snare drum. Okay, for example, now minus 10 to 12, way clickier than the kind of my preference. They turn down to minus 6. Yeah. They're really clicky. And also, if I turn down the threshold a little, turn up, it's not clicky enough. So then minus 5 to 7 dB is the most well balanced. Okay, so next app is a transient designer. It's clicky, but I want to make it more clicky. But so, as I said earlier in this compression stage, so the minus 12 dB compression kind of clicky sound, it's kind of weird for me. So then I'm going to just turn up the transient only. So then I'm going to use transient processor like this. Now we can hear really punchy pop sound. So then, but two or around here, it's kind of too much, I guess. So I'm gonna turn down a little. Yeah, minus, sorry, it's not minus. The 1.8 is, I think, really well balanced, I guess. So then, also, since this is a transient processor, so I can change the sustain of this snare, for example. Yeah. But I have a snare drum effect sound, which is really explosive. And then, so it does have really rich sustain. So then I don't have to turn up this sustain on this stage or on this snare drum direct mic. So then I don't have to use it, I think. Okay, then next up is a saturator to make it loud and mid-range, for example. More. Yeah, it's gonna be creeping probably, but yeah, around here it's gonna be creeping, but 50, a little bit creeping. So sound is kind of a little bit creeping. This kind of 100 hertz range, I guess. Even though it's creeping a little, but I'm gonna go with it. So then it's kind of too loud. Then I'm gonna turn down this output. Awesome. Then so let's balance, check the balance between kick and snare. Snare is a little bit loud. Okay, around here. Okay, next one is a snare drum effect sound, explosive sound. Then I'm gonna copy this EQ from snare drum direct mic like this. I think I don't have to tweak anything. So, okay, before. So, thanks to this EQ, this one doesn't have a kind of paper-y sound, for example. Yes, this range is kind of pah sound. So it's really paper-y sound for me. Then so I'm gonna cut this. Awesome. Okay, then so let's listen to the snare drum direct sound at the same time. Awesome. Okay, then let's listen to the kick with kick. The effects is a little bit louder than my preference, I guess. Okay, awesome. Then next up is toms. I'm gonna process tom 1. Okay, then I'm gonna start with M equalizer. Toms are really interesting instruments. In my opinion, toms are instruments in between kicks and snares. So the EQ curve is going to be kind of in between kick and toms. So then also compression is gonna be the same. So then, okay, let's listen to the sound. this EQ is from copied from the snare drum, the direct mic. So this tom has a really rich low end. So I'm going to shift this high pass filter a little bit lower. Yes, right here. Awesome. And also it has a really rich clicky sound. Then I don't have to turn up and down this range a little bit. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm going to shift it around 10k hertz. Yes, okay. It's a little bit clicky. I'm going to turn down a little. Awesome. And also, it does have a little bit boxy range here. I'm gonna cut this range. Also, this around here, yeah, this kong sound. Kong. Yeah, it's kind of paper-y sound. Then, so I'm gonna cut this. Okay, awesome. Then next up is compressor. So as I said earlier, the tom is instrument in between kick and snare. So then I'm going to turn down the threshold until the gain reduction hits -4 dB. So kicks, I set gain reduction around -2 dB. Then snare is 6 dB. So then I'm going to set it -4 dB like this. Yeah, around here. So for example, around here, yeah, -1 to 2 dB. It's not clicky enough, but -7 to 6. Too clicky for me. Then I don't hear the kind of rich low end of the tom. So then I want to preserve that sound. Then so I'm gonna go with -4 dB gain reduction around here. It's too much. Yeah, around here. Okay, great. Then next one is saturator. So it does have a really rich attack for me. Then so I don't have to use transient processor. Okay, then saturator like this. Really punchy. Awesome, but so it's a little bit too much for me. Then so I'm gonna cut this range a little. 3. Here. Awesome. Then now it's way smoother than the original sound. Okay, then next up is the tom second, but I'm going to copy this EQ like this. So this is really low tuned tom, so that I'm going to shift this high pass filter a little. And this one is here. Sound around here. It's a boxy sound. Yeah. Awesome. I don't have to tweak these range, I guess. Okay, then next one is compressor. Then I'm going to lower this threshold until the gain reduction hits -4 dB. Around here. Over here. Okay, awesome. Next one is saturator, and then copy it. Awesome. Then at the same time, yeah, they are really heavy and punchy. Okay, it is really great for me. Then, okay, then let's listen to the shells at the same time in solo. I forgot to, sorry, I forgot to set it, this rim shot. Awesome. Then so let's listen to the sound with cymbals. Sounds like this. Awesome. But so I think the snare and toms sound a little boring. So then I'm going to use reverb. So then I'm gonna name this one rev SDDR and rev TM. Then so I'm going to send this SDDR direct snare drum track to this Rev SDDR track. Then so also I'm going to send this Rev SDDR track to Cymbals Bus. Yes, Rev TM is also going to Cymbals Bus, and then so I'm going to use Old School Verb by Bogzhenko. Bogzhenko. I don't know how to pronounce this company or developer. So it has a preset. So okay, let's so you make it solo. Then awesome, but it does have a dry signal. So then I'm going to turn on this dry mute button and sounds like this. So I want to pattern this snare. So then I'm going to use a fret reverb like this. Or this one has really rich high end, and also this one. Yeah, this one is really punchy and really short fret reverb, but this one is the most mid-range reverb for me. Then so, but it's a little bit too long for me. Then so I'm going to turn down reverb time. I want ba sound for this reverb. It should sound almost at the same time with this snare original sound. So around here. Around here, yeah. Around 1,300 or 400 around here. Yeah, so then it's gonna be great. So then if I turn off this snare reverb, kind of sound. But if you turn on, it's gonna be really rich. Okay, then so next one is tom sound. So sorry, this track is going to TM track, so it should be going to Cymbals Bus. Then so I'm going to set send track to Rev TM. Then I'm going to use the same reverb, but I'm going to use reverb to make kind of replicate the tom room sound or drum room sound. Then so there is drum room sounds sounds like this. Not for me, I guess. Yeah, school gym. Yeah, it sounds like kind of basketball is bouncing. Anyway, so the big reflective room. Awesome. Yeah. And so I'm going to go with this sound, but it's a little bit too long, I guess. No, around here. Awesome. But high end is a little bit too rich for me. Around here. Okay, great. Awesome. Around 8K, it has a really kind of room sounding kind of tom sound. Okay, but now time is a little bit too short. Now it's really rich tom sound. Okay, then let's listen to the drums in solo, sounds like this. I'm gonna turn up the tom a little. Awesome. Then, okay, next up is compression on shells. So, actually, they sound really great now. But, so I want to use a parallel compression onto this shells sound. The reason why is that they have a really punchy kind of attack sound, but they don't have enough sustain. So then I'm going to make another center track. Then so name, okay, comp to shells. Then so I'm going to send these tracks, okay, D, SD, and TM to comp Cymbals Bus. Then I'm going to use, okay, M compressor. Where's that? Yes, here. On this shells compressor shells track, and also this one is going to shells group track, and like this. Super loud, sorry. So its gain reduction is now minus 3.42 dB, I guess. Then so I'm going to lower this threshold around gain reduction hits minus 10 dB, I guess, to get punchy and rich sustain. So now we hear, for example, the dun-dun sound of toms and also punchy mid-range of kick and snare at the same time. But it's too loud. Then say I'm going to tone down this shell's comp track. Okay, before. After. Yeah, now it's really kind of tightened up, but sustain is really rich and dense, so high end is really rich at the same time, so then I like it. Then so let's listen to the drums in solo again. Okay, I'm going to turn up the reverb a little again. Awesome. Then so let's move on to cymbals. So as for cymbals, so we have this hi-hats and ride cymbal, crash and second crash. Yes, so I think, yes, so this area, yes, this section has almost all the cymbals. Then so I can check them at the same time. Okay, then so I'm gonna start with equalize as always. Then so I'm going to cut or deactivate these ranges as like this. I think high end is a little bit too rich, and also around here, its sizzle is kind of too ear piercing or kind of annoying for me. So around kind of 18k hertz, it's going to be really muddy, but 18k hertz or 17k hertz, the sound has a really rich high end at the same time, and also it doesn't have kind of annoying sizzle on high end. Then I'm gonna go with around 70k hertz. Okay, then so I'm going to use a high pass filter. Okay, great, awesome. I don't have to use, yeah, but yeah, anyway, it's kind of my habit. Anyway, so and also it has ear piercing frequency around here. Yes, here, 7k hertz, I guess. Yes, then I'm gonna cut a little. Great, and also it doesn't have enough mid-range, so then I'm going to boost around here. And below the Q. Yeah, now it has a really punchy sound, and also it has really rich high end at the same time, but it's not annoying. Okay, then let's move on to the compressor. So I want to have a more attack of the crash sound. So then I'm going to turn down the threshold until the gain reduction hits minus 2 dB, I guess. So thanks to this compression, the cymbals have now really rich sustain and attack, I guess. So then I'm gonna go with this setting. Okay, before. After. Yeah, difference is really tiny. And also, some of you guys might have thought that you don't have to. Yes, I agree with that opinion, but I hear the difference. So then I'm gonna go with it. Okay, then so let's listen to the drums in solo. Yeah, the snare effect sound is a little bit too explosive. I'm going to turn down a little. Great. Next up is Cymbals Bus. So I'm going to use compressor on to Cymbals Bus. The reason why I use this compressor on this track, Cymbals Bus, is that snare sounds kind of too pokey for me. Then so I'm going to attenuate that snare sound, but I don't want to turn down volume of the snare. So then, and also I want to check the balance of the kick and snare. So I want to set the threshold until the gain reduction hits minus 3 dB when snare hits. And also, I want to set the threshold until the gain reduction hits minus 1 dB when kick hits. So around here. Also, I'm going to turn down the attack to 10 milliseconds to attenuate the attack of the drums or shells. I think that so kicks are really loud, but so I didn't set the high pass filter. Okay, so set the high pass filter around 70 or 80 hertz. So now when the kick hits, the compressor doesn't react to the kick hit. So then I can turn down the threshold by seeing the sound of the snare sound. Okay, but so thanks to this high pass filter, it's really snare is really kind of attenuated. However, kind of kick is really too apparent, so it's kind of separated. So then I'm going to turn down the high pass filter until the gain reduction hits minus 1 dB when the kick hits, for example. Around here. It's too much. Yeah, around 71 hertz. Okay. At this point, the kick hits minus 1 dB gain reduction, and snare hits minus 3 dB gain reduction at the same time. Then now I can understand, okay, this is really well balanced. So I always set the kick and snare this balance. So even if you use different drum samples, so you can check that balance by seeing this gain reduction meter. This is really important because we can mix really consistently. So then I don't want to screw up my mix anymore. So then I always check this gain reduction meter. Yeah, this is really important. Okay, then let's listen to the drums in solo. I think cymbals should be more loud. But hats are a little bit loud, too loud for me. Okay, so I turn up Cymbals Bus and also turn down the hats track by minus 5 dB. Okay, for me, it's great. Then so let's move on to the rhythm guitar bass. Okay, so rhythm guitars. Okay, so like this. Okay, so let's loop these sounds around here. Okay, so I'm going to use equalizer again. Then so as for rhythm guitar EQ, I always start with a low pass filter to cut sizzle. So around 12K, so I can preserve the rich high end, and also at the same time I can cut the excess sizzle of the high end. Okay, for example, if I didn't use this sound range, this sound is really annoying for me. And also, by using this range EQ, the sound is gonna be really mid-rangey. So this is really kind of punchy for me. Then I like it. Then next one is a high-pass filter. Around 110 Hz, the sound is gonna be really thin. And also, this song is written in drop A. So as you guys can see, around 110 Hz, yes, exactly, the sound is A2. So then I don't want to cut this range a lot. So then around 100 Hz is gonna be the best position to this guitar sound. Also, it does have kind of ear piercing frequency around 4K Hz. Yes, here. I'm gonna cut this range. But so I want to hear more rich high end. So then I'm going to use high chef at the same time. Then I'm going to boost the high end a little. Okay, before. After. Okay, before. After. Okay, great. Then, so around here, there are kind of boxy sounds around here, I guess. So this sound is a little bit boxy. But cutting too much is going to make the guitars really thin. No. So then around here. Okay, great. Also around here. So this sound is a little bit ear piercing and annoying for me. Then I'm going to cut a little. I don't have to. Yeah, I don't have to. Then, but this guitar sound has really great mid-range. I want to accentuate this mid-range, so then I'm going to turn up this 700 Hz by 3 dB. Not 2 dB. A little bit paper-y sound, but at the same time, it does have really rich mid-range and punchy mid-range. Then so I'm going to go with this sound. Okay, and also I'm going to use a limiter because so as for rhythm guitar, so I want to make it really consistent as possible. So I'm going to use this limiter. So then the sound is gonna be really loud. So then please be careful. So I'm going to turn down output minus 6 dB. I'm going to turn down this threshold until the sound is hitting the threshold always. So for example, it's around here. Yeah, it does sound really less dynamic, but at the same time, really punchy. So I want to find out the well-balanced position, which is really dynamic and also at the same time really punchy sound. Then it's too punchy and also less dynamic. So then I'm going to turn up the threshold a little. Now it has really rich dynamics and also really punchy and very intimidating rhythm guitar sound at the same time. Then so I'm gonna go with this balance. Okay, then let's listen to the sound in the context. Awesome. Then so let's move on to bass. So as for bass, I'm going to start with high bass. In prep stage, I set this high pass filter 1K hertz, but I think now it's too much, so then I'm going to shift it around 500 hertz. Around 500 hertz, the bass is going to be really mid-rangey, but below 500 hertz, the sound is going to be kind of bam bam sound, boom boom sound. For example, yes, this range. It's too heavy for me to use it as a high bass, so then I'm going to set it by 500 hertz around. Okay, great. So, but it has kind of boxy mid-range around here. Yes, boxy, no, kind of can sound. I don't know how to kind of describe this type of sound, but I'm going to cut a little. And also, there is kind of ear-piercing frequency, I guess. Yes, around here. So 2K to 3K. Okay, I'm going to cut 2.5K around here. Now it's way smoother than the original sound. Okay, before. Okay, great. So then next one is compressor. And also as for high bass or bass, so basically I want to have really consistent sound. So then bass should be really less dynamic. So kind of it should be really kind of square wave kind of sound. Then so I'm going to turn down the threshold as much as possible. A little bit too much. So, okay, I'm gonna turn down attack. Oh, great. It's super consistent. I like it. And also, I'm going to turn up the output around, for example, 3 dB. It's not enough, then 6 dB. It's creeping, so then I'm going to turn up the attack a little. I'm gonna preserve a little bit of attack sound on the bass. Around 15 milliseconds. Okay, great. Okay, then next up is wider. So in metal mixing, so high bass is basically the glue to rhythm guitar and a low bass sound. So if I didn't use high bass sound, rhythm guitars and a low bass is gonna be really separated. So that's why we use high bass sound or distortion bass sound to glue them. I'm going to use wider because the rhythm guitars are pan to hard L on off, but bass is in center. So then I'm going to widen them a little to kind of make it closer. It sounds like this. Yeah, it's too much. So then around here. In center, 0%, it's really intimidating in a bad way. So then I'm going to turn up a little. Now it's in center still. So then around here, I guess. It doesn't have to be kind of completely left and right, so it should be in center, but at the same time left and right. It's really contradicted, but I want to have this type of sound. Then okay, then let's check the sound with rhythm guitars. Awesome, but if I turn off this wider, bass is in center and it's not glued to kind of rhythm guitars. So then, but if I turn on, they are glued together. So then I like this type of wider. Okay, so let's move on to low bass and sounds like this. So as I said in high bass section, so the bass should be consistent. So then I'm going to use a limiter on this low bass. So then I'm going to turn down this output. Then so I'm going to turn down this threshold as much as possible, like this. Like this. So now it's kind of boom, 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 but it's kind of a little bit creeping. But we hear this sound with high bass sound, for example, like this. I don't care about this creep sound. Also, the low bass is a little bit loud, so then I'm going to turn down. Awesome. Then so let's listen to the sound in the context. Sounds like this. Snare is too loud for me. Then so I'm gonna turn down the snare. Awesome. Then so let's move on to arpeggio. So as for arpeggio, so okay, it's DA sound, and then so I'm going to make it crisp as possible. This range is a little bit muddy for me. Around here. Awesome. Then so next up is compressor to make it crisp and also consistent. So then I'm going to use this compressor to set set the attack 30 milliseconds and then gain reduction around yeah, I don't know where to set. Okay, then let's check it out. It's too much and it's creeping, so that it's not for me. Now it's really consistent and also it's a really crisp for me. Then so I'm going to turn up the output by 6 dB. No, it's kind of creeping, so I'm going to turn up the threshold a little. Yeah, around here to cut excess peak. So as for arpeggio, it sounds boring for me. So then I'm going to use, Reverb. I'm going to send to FX4, okay, name them Rev ALP. Then so send. I'm going to use Bauhaus Supermassive, so sounds like this. Awesome, but it's not for me, so I'm gonna try out tons of presets. So, palm mute. Awesome, it sounds really spooky and also really rich, but so it's kind of too appearance for me. Then so I'm going to use the reverb at the same time. So then now we are using big reflective room. Okay, sounds like this. Okay, if I didn't use this reverb, if I use it like this, but it's kind of too quiet for me, then so I'm going to turn up this reverb knob then. Also, I want to use more dry sound, which means that this delay sound of the reverb, delay sound of this effect is Bauhaus Supermassive. So then I'm gonna turn up the dry knob a little. -4 is really crisp and clear, and also at the same time it's really kind of muddy at the same time and also spooky. Okay, then so let's listen to the sound in the context and sounds like this. So I think that the arpeggio sounds in center is really kind of apparent in a bad way. So then I'm going to use the same reverb on this DI sound. Then so I'm going to tweak reverb and dry sound at the same time to kind of make it more behind of the mix. I think it's really okay. Okay, sounds like this in the context. Reverb is too much for me, then I'm going to turn down and then make it more clear. I think -9 is the well balanced. I can hear the really clear sound of the arpeggio itself in the center, and also at the same time I can hear the really spooky sound of reverb at the same time. So I'm gonna go with this setting. Yeah. Then so let's listen to the sound in the context again. Okay, awesome. Then so let's move on to master bus. So as for master bus, I'm going to use a BPB saturator again to make it more kind of analog-ish sound. So this one has tube and tape simulator sound at the same time. So tape simulator kind of adds a really rich mid-range and low end, and also tube sound adds a really, how should I say, rich high end. Then sounds like this. Okay, before, after. By using this tube knob, the sound is gonna be really crisp and kind of, how should I say, shimmering sound, I guess. So then I love it. Next up is a tape simulator. So then I can use this tape simulator or tape knob, but I wanna hear the difference. So then I'm going to copy this plugin. Then so I'm going to turn down the tube, then I'm going to turn up the tape like this. Okay, before, after. difference is really tiny, but it does have really punchy mid-range. So then I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so next up is a limiter. So where is that? Yes, this one. I'm gonna copy this one. Okay, so I'm going to use limiter on master bus. So the mix is going to be really loud. But so in video editing time, so I'm going to turn down the volume of the video or mix. So then you don't have to touch volume slider on YouTube. Then so I'm going to aim -7 LUFS. So it is really loud. Okay, let's go. Okay, great. So, but tube simulator is a little bit too much. Then it sounds like clipping. So then I'm going to turn down a little. And also the kick is too loud. So then I'm going to turn down. And also, yeah, high end of the kick is a really apparent for me. Then so I'm going to turn down or kind of make it deeper. This low pass filter. Okay, so I'm going to set this low pass filter in the context and sounds like this. I think that this range is too apparent, so then I'm gonna use the equalizer again. Okay, so where is that? Okay, so I'm going to copy and deactivate these EQ, and I'm going to cut around here. And okay, let's listen to the sound in the context. Yes, around here. Also, this range is kind of too apparent as well. Awesome. And also, the snare is kind of too high-end rich. What, this one? Okay, this direct mic is really too high-end rich. Okay, then let's listen to the sound in the context. Probably FX sound is also high-end rich. No? Okay, in the context. Okay, I'm gonna mute Snare FX mic. Okay, so Snare direct mic is the most apparent high-end. Okay, then so I'm going to tweak this snare a little. So then probably around this range. Okay, for example, listen to the sound in solo. Here. So I'm going to cut a little. Okay, in the context. Okay, great, but at the same time, it's too muddy. So then I'm going to go back to this equalizer. Then so I'm going to shift this low pass filter a little bit higher. Okay, so high end is not bad, so but around 4 to 8K is too prominent or too apparent. So then I'm going to go turn down this EQ a little. I think it's well balanced now. Okay, so let's listen to the sound in the context, and then I'm going to listen to the sound in from start to finish. Sorry, I this one is not what I intended to. No. This one should be no. This one should be here. And here is your position, and like this. No, like this. Nah. Okay. Great. Okay, so but I think bass is kind of could be more cool. Okay, so I want to change the EQ curve a little. Around here. Yes, so this range is too apparent in the mix, so in the context, so then. And also, the high end is a little too much. Yeah, around 2K is, for me, it's good. So kind of high end is too rich in this bass, so then in this case, I'm going to turn up this a little. Awesome. Then so I'm going to check the amp sound. Then can I tweak a little? I don't hear the difference. Okay, then let's listen to the sound in the context. Great.